Welcome to The Source, where we combine the headlines with in-depth conversations with the newsmakers themselves. I'm Pinky Webb. Today on the program, after numerous appeals, the Commission on Elections is set to extend the voter registration for the 2022 polls. We tell you the do's and don'ts in the filing of certificates of candidacy. And the president's warning to tap the military to ensure peaceful elections. Comelec Chairman Sheriff Abas and Spokesperson James Jimenez join us live. The Commission on Elections will likely extend the voter registration for the May 2022 polls. Lawmakers and groups have been pushing for a month-long extension, but the poll body initially rejected the idea, saying this could hamper their preparations for the elections. Let's go straight to the sources of the story. We have Comelec Chairman Sheriff Abas and the spokesperson of Comelec, James Jimenez. Gentlemen, welcome to the source and maraming salamat po sa inyong oras.
Thank you po.
Director James, good morning to you too. So, sa inyo na po manggaling, Chairman, extended na ho ba ang voter registration?
Committee meeting wherein we called all our regional directors in the field as well as in the main office. Diniscuss nga namin po itong possible extension. So binalanse namin, Ma'am Pinky, yung interest ng lahat ng stakeholders, pinakinggan namin yung wisdom ng Senate pati ng Congress, and then pinakinggan din namin yung aming mga tao sa baba. And then syempre yung clamor ng mga tao na pumipila. Even gabi, okay, meron ng pumipila. So lahat nun, Ma'am Pinky, diniscuss namin lahat. On the part of the Comelec, walang ni isang director ang nagsabi na they will be in favor of the extension. However, yun na nga, binalanse namin uli at ang consensus ng mga members ng NBank, they will more likely approve the extension. So mamaya, Ma'am Pinky, we will formalize the declaration for the extension.
Okay, so it's good to tell the public already right now, Chairman and Director James, na sigurado na po na magkakaroon ng extensions of voter registration as a means of public service. Let's tell them already that this will happen. So, aside from formalizing it, kailan ho ang umpisa ng extension?
Well, we will still discuss the details, Ms. Pinky, but ang initial na plano is we will conduct this after the filing. So after October 8, that's the time we will start again the extension for the registration up to the end of October.
So it's going to be October 9 until October 31. Kasi I also heard that it would be very difficult to continue on with the registration from October 1 to 8 simultaneously habang magkakaroon po ng filing of Certificate of Candidacy. So ibig sabihin, wala munang extension from October 1 to 8 and then this will resume on October 9.
Yes, Ma'am Pinky, ganun na po. Kasi we are very busy on accepting the various certificate of candidacy of the various candidates all over the country.
Okay, so siguro kay Director James, let's go into this. Kamusta ba yung website ng Comelec sa pagrerehistro? And it's best for you to tell us right now, tips for those who plan to register beginning October 9. What's the best avenue? What's the best thing to do?
Well, the best thing for them to do, Pinky, talaga, no, is to get their forms from the website right away. This is to prevent them from having to line up doon sa ating mga registration centers at doon pa lang kukuha ng form to fill up. Mas maganda pagdating nila sa Comelec office or doon sa mall registration kung saan nagaganap yung pagpapatala, ready na yung kanilang application form, no? And again, you can download this from the Comelec website, comelec.gov.ph or irehistro.comelec.gov.ph. Another thing that we would like to inform everyone is you are going to be required to present a valid ID. So bring your valid ID, but also bring a photocopy of your ID, no? Kasi papa-photocopy din yan doon when you find your screen, photocopy ready to go so that you can submit it as soon as you arrive.
All right, so good. Download the forms already dun sa dalawang websites, either one of them. Bring a copy of your photo ID, bring your photo ID and a photocopy of your ID. Ano pa po, Director James? Anything else they need to know? Of course, bring your own ball pen.
Well, bring your own ball pen, of course, and as much as possible, come early. No, talaga pong this is the last few days of registration, and you can really expect na mahaba ang pila.
Yung sinasabi nga nating last day would be October 31. Nakikita niyo po, imposible na. Any more extension after October 31?
Well, it's funny kasi as soon as it was announced that the Comelec was likely to grant an extension, dami kagad tanong, pwede bang extension pa dun sa extension? So right now, I don't really see that happening considering na mag-i-impact na talaga yan doon sa preparation. Sabi nga ng chairman, di ba? When we discussed this with our field officials, most of them really said no. Mostly because in their areas, wala namang ganitong klaseng crowds. Dito talaga sa mga urban centers natin nakikita yung crush ng tao. So again, an extension as much as the Comelec can give, but beyond that, I really can't say.
And such a big help, no? Chairman and Director James, yung pag-participate ng malls dito. Although, of course, there are stories challenging at that, yung pinagdadaanan po ng mga gusto magparehistro because they line up at the wee hours of the morning. Meron ho ba kayong pag-uusap with mall operators to kindly, possibly increase the number of those that they can accept pagdating po ng October 9?
Yes, yes, Miss Pinky, actually, in fairness sa mall, talagang napakaganda kung sa mall. Ang nangyayari lang kasi, Miss Pinky, limited din yung tao namin kumukuha ng biometrics. Limited din yung mga machines natin. Hindi niya kaya yung influx ng mga tao. So siguro with this extension, hopefully, luluwang na ito sa coming days. But we will still use malls because that is more convenient sa mga tao at sa mga tao na rin namin.
So in all likelihood, Chairman, mananatili po yung number of people that they can accommodate. Kasi di ba meron pong cut-off So it seems like it will be the same number kahit po sa extension.
Yes, Ms. Pinky, we are looking for maybe 300,000 roughly for the entire country na yan.
Okay. Can you tell us so far how many have registered at ilan ho ba talaga ang eligible?
Yes, Ms. Pinky, as of, let me check.
I think eligible is about 74, if I'm not mistaken, Chairman. Maybe Director James?
Yes, Miss Pinky, as of September, yes, as of September 11, we already processed 63,364,932 registered voter. So, meron tayong dagdag, Miss Pinky, na 9,147,236. So, ang bago dyan, yung new registrants natin, nasa 5 million plus, and then yung reactivation nasa 871,000, and then yung transfer nasa 3.2 million. So, mataas na ito, Miss Pinky. So, hopefully, madadagdagan pa ito in the coming days.
So ang inaasahan ho ba ng eligible voters is what, 74, more or less, 74 million?
No.
Merong statistics na 73 million, Miss Pinky. Actually, tinanong ko ito sa aming project management office kung bakit meron talagang hindi nagpaparehistro. So, ang sagot nila sa akin, Miss Pinky, meron talagang around maybe 10 million hindi talaga nagpaparehistro. Okay? Simula't simula pa. Kasi kung titingnan mo ang average ng registration namin, Miss Pinky, nasa 2 to 3 million lang yan per 3 years. So ngayon, umabot na kami ng 5 million for the new registrant. So total namin is 9 million. So meron talagang hindi nagpaparehistro, Miss Pinky.
Okay, so we need to talk about the filing of the certificate of candidacy. That will begin on October 1, but we need to take a very short break. The source will be right back. We begin with breaking news here on CNN Philippines. Chairman Abas already telling CNN Philippines that voter registration will be extended. This is going to be from October 9 to 31, but the Commission on Elections will still formalize it this afternoon, or at least today, possibly even this morning. Again, the Commission on Elections will formalize the extension of voter registration from October 9 to 31. Our sources today, Comelec Chairman Sheriff Abas and Spokesperson James Jimenez. Director James, let's talk about the filing of the certificates of candidacy. Where will this be, and ano ho ba yung process of filing? What can we expect?
Yeah, the filing will no longer be, for the national positions, the filing will no longer be at the Comelec main office in Intramuros. For the national positions, President, Vice President, Senator, and party list, filing will be at the Garden Tent in the south parking lot of the Hotel Sofitel. That's in Pasay, dun sa CCP complex. Where we located it there to provide better security for our filers, prevent crowds from forming outside the filing area. One of the main things about the filing of COCs this year is that we really went to great extent to make sure that the filing would be sober, would be
Okay, Director James, we don't have a good connection with you right now. We can't hear you at the moment. So let me just repeat what Director James was saying. For the national post, hindi na po ito mangyayari sa kinaugalian na sa Comelec main office sa Intramuros. This will be held in the parking area of the CCP complex, the parking area of the Sofitel Hotel around the CCP complex. Ano po, again, this is for the national posts, which are President, Vice President, Senators, and party list members. I'm wondering if Director James is back, or should I move to Chairman Ab? Okay, wala pa. So, Chairman, maybe you can continue on what Director James was saying. So, paano ho kaya maiiwasan yung pagsabay-sabay naman nung mga magpa-file ng Certificate of Candidacy for national posts?
Yes, Ms. Pinky. Sa ngayon nga, sabi ni Director James, we will conduct the receipt, or the filing venue would be in the Sofitel area, Sofitel Hotel sa Pasay. And then we already have a layout, Ms. Pinky, na talagang before you will enter the tent, kailangan namin ng RT-PCR result, negative result. And then yung mga wala namang dala, on-site, meron kaming antigen testing booth. So lahat ng papasok doon, including the friends from the media who will cover the activity, they will undergo the testing. Okay, so hindi po pwedeng papasok yung mga positive. So doon naman sa mga candidates, we allow for the presidents down to senators, we allow at least a minimum of 3 companions. Okay, so doon naman sa party list, we only allowed 2 representatives per
Maybe,
party
Chairman,
list.
sorry po,
So
maybe you mean a maximum of 3 because you said a minimum of 3 companions?
Yes,
Maybe you
yes,
mean
yes.
a maximum of 3.
So sorry, maximum of 3 companion ang pwedeng pumasok sa tent. Okay, so we will
Okay.
traffic the flow of the candidates. So one at a time, Ma'am Pinky. So ganun yung
Apo.
magiging proseso natin. Meron kami mga standby na mga ambulances just in case kakailanganin. And then nakipag-coordinate na rin kami sa AFP and PNP on the security, and then MMDA for the traffic. Okay, so lahat ng mga agencies, partner agencies namin, ready na sila for the 1 week long na filing ng certificate of candidacy. So,
Pero kung sino
this
po,
would
Chairman,
be,
ang mauna, yun ang pasok. First come, first serve, basically.
Yes. Sinong mauna, sila yung unang papasok. Okay? So, ganun ang magiging flow nun. But we already coordinated that to the IATF, which hopefully they will approve all the details of our layout.
What about the rest of the candidates?
The rest of the
Okay,
candidates, Ma'am Pinky, doon naman sa mga probinsya or municipality, we have a order sa mga tao namin na humanap sila ng suitable at malaking space within the municipality. So they were given an order na para ma-meet natin yung minimum health protocols, especially in the social distancing protocol. So ganun ang magiging sistema natin, Ma'am Pinky. Anyway, sa probinsya naman, hindi naman ganun kadami yung nagfa-file ng candidacy.
What happens, Chairman, doon sa kaso ng PDP? Dahil nga there are two factions right now, and of course, there's already been the faction of the Pusi group already filed a petition regarding the Pacquiao-Pimentel group. Ang tanong ko po, what happens on October 1 to 8 if both camps actually file their respective certificates of candidacies?
Yes, Ma'am Pinky. For as long as wala kaming decision, hindi pa natin alam kung sino talaga yung legitimate na faction. Surely, the two factions will fill their candidacy. Sure yan. So, in the coming days or weeks, we will already conducting the hearing, and then the decision na namin yan, Ma'am Pinky.
When is the decision? When do you expect the decision?
Depende pa, Ma'am Pinky, because we will still have a hearing. Magkakandak pa kami ng clarificatory hearing. And then after that, we will submit that to the NBank na. So magbobotohan kami. Siguro mga sometime November.
Okay. Most. And Director James is back, no? Director James, pasensya na, we lost you there for a while. Let's quickly talk about substitution, because from my understanding, substitution is going to, the last day of substitution will be in November. Hindi ho ba in the past, it was the month of December?
Yes. The last day for substitution is November 15. November 15. So by then, all the substitutions will have to be made. Voluntary substitutions yan, Pinky, no? Substitutions yan by reason of a voluntary withdrawal of the candidate. Of course, yung involuntary withdrawals or involuntary na pagkakatanggal from candidacy, they can be substituted all the way up to midday of election day.
All right. Again, we need to take a very short break. The source will be right back. You're watching The Source on CNN Philippines. I'm Pinky Webb. Our sources today, Comelec Chairman Sheriff Abas and Spokesperson James Jimenez. Director James, let me ask you already this. Paano po yung mga COVID positive on the day of elections? What is the plan?
Sa amin po dito sa Comelec, no, kapag dumating yung tao doon sa ating voting center, if they arrive at the voting center and they are discovered to be COVID positive at our health screening stations, or even if not confirmed COVID positive, no, even if they have symptoms or medyo questionable ang kanilang health status, they will be diverted to an isolation polling place. An isolation polling place is where they can vote away from the general population para safe naman yung kanilang pagboto. Because of course, nandun na sila, they will not be turned away. Again, even if they turn out to be COVID positive.
Paano po yung hindi makapunta sa presinto because they are under quarantine?
Yun po, we will not be encouraging people to break their quarantine just in order to vote. And as of right now, wala po tayong facility that would allow people who are in quarantine to actually cast their vote. Again, there are a lot of practical difficulties dito, no? Hindi naman to well-defined ang population ng mga naka-quarantine. Bigla-biglang magkakaroon ng karagdagang tao sa quarantine or bigla-biglang mawawala, no? So it's a little difficult to really pin them down to a specific population na pwede mong tulungan to vote siguro absentee. In any case, wala pa pong expansion yung ating absentee voting law. Right now, the absentee voting law is really available only to government employees who are performing election service and members of the media. Until that's expanded, wala po tayong paraan para bigyan ng boto, no, or ng pagkakataon bumoto yung mga naka-quarantine.
Wala ho sa usapan yung possible na online voting?
Ma'am, wala po kasing authority from under the law, no, for online voting. We are pilot testing online voting right now, but even at it's the most optimistic projection, no, that's not going to be done this year, and if at all, it will be done with overseas voting muna, not for the general population in local elections.
Okay. Chairman Abas, what about the proposal or talks about 2 days of elections? Is that shelved? Is that impossible? Or posible pa ho bang mangyari ito?
Yes, Miss Pinky, medyo imposible yan because of a constitutional provision. Nakalagay sa constitution natin, 1 day lang talaga yung election. So yung 2-day na election, out of the wala na sa plano namin yan, Miss Pinky. Pangalawa, if we will conduct a 2-day election, medyo kulang din kami sa budget because we have to pay our teachers double. Okay? Kasi dapat doble ang kanilang bayad. So sa ngayon, wala sa budget namin yun.
All right,
so,
just very
yun,
quickly also, I hope you don't mind, no, yung issue ni Pangulo na sinabing posibleng tawagin ng militar because he's of course calling for peaceful elections. I know that Director James Jimenez already said that kahit po ang Comelec, yun naman talaga ang gusto and the public as well. Pero just to be clear on this, meron hubang karapatan si Pangulo na siya ang magtawag ng militar to assist certain areas or to ensure that it will be violent-free or it will be peaceful elections. Manggagaling ho ba yan sa Pangulo? Meron ho ba siyang karapatan? Or is this solely under the powers of the Comelec?
Yes, Miss Pinky. Actually, we have to understand yung pagiging commander-in-chief ng Pangulo. We have to remember that the AFP is under his command. Sa tuwing alalan kasi, Miss Pinky, the Comelec is requesting the President to deputize yung pag-control ng military sa Comelec during the election period. Doon lang magkakaroon ng deputation ng military sa amin. Ngayon, kung hindi niya ibibigay yung Miss Pinky, possible na hindi niya ipa-deputize yung military sa kanya. So, doon yung problema, just in case hindi niya pa ipa-deputize yung military sa Comelec. But I don't think the President will do that. So, possible yun, Ms. Pinky, kung ang tanong is possible.
Okay. Also, just very quickly, one issue I'd like to ask maybe kay Director James, paano na po yung mga, paano yung second bidding for the vote counting machines? Isn't this set on November?
Yung ating yung additional machines na sinusubukan natin i-procure, medyo waiting pa po tayo dyan kasi nagkaroon tayo ng problema sa bidding, no? So I think that will be resolved by the NBank soon.
Yeah, but the problem with the bidding, isn't it true, is because of the budget? Masyado po mababa yung budget?
Yes. Masyadong mababa. Nag-pull out yung ating bidder kasi hindi nila gusto yung yung estimate. So the NBank is studying what the way forward would be. One of the things being considered, obviously, is to increase the budget.
Pero hindi pa po sigurado. Kasi madami ho yun, di ba? That's almost 10,000 vote counting machines.
Well, kulang siya in the sense that may hinahabol tayong particular ratio ng voter to machine, no? So, kung hindi natin makuha yung additional 10,000, then that ratio might change.
Tataas.
Dadami essentially yung botante per machine.
Okay, we've run out of time. Siguro kay Chairman Abas na lang, sir, just an advice to the public now that registration has been extended, and of course to the public that wala pong magiging registration from October 1 to 8 because of the filing of the certificate of candidacy. You might want to speak to the public, sir.
Yes, Ms. Pinky. We would like to request the public na since may possible na yung extension natin, you have to avail the extension. You can go to our nearest election offices or even malls na magparehistro tayo. So, wag naman natin hintayin uli na kung saan yung deadline, doon na naman tayo magpaparehistro. So, para at least hindi rin tayo mahirapan, hindi kayo mahirapan, hindi rin kami mahirapan. So, during election day, Ms. Pinky, this is a presidential election. Hinihikayat pa namin ng publiko na bumoto. Okay? But sa ngayon, since nasa pandemya tayo, please vote safe. Okay, thank you.
Okay, maraming salamat kay Comelec Chairman Sheriff Abas, and of course, the spokesperson of Comelec, Director James Jimenez. Thank you to you both.
Thank you, Ms. Pinky. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. And to all our viewers, again, exercise your power to vote. The Comelec has announced that it will be extending the voter registration process. This will happen October 9 until October 31. Thank you for joining us here on The Source. I'm Pinky Webb. You're watching CNN Philippines.